What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, I'm gonna come at you with another live stream. A lot of you are not used to intimacy. A lot of you are used to getting in with each other, meaning the man with the woman with the man. Y'all used to getting in with each other. Y'all don't know how to counsel your intimacy because a lot of you grew up in a household where you saw a lack of empathy from your father or from your moms with your father, or with your father from your moms, or your aunties and uncles, or your older cousins, or people in the neighborhood. So you grew up not knowing the real intimacy. And so when you go see certain movies that are very intimate before they have pleasure, y'all be the main ones watching those movies. You wonder why you watch those movies. You wonder why you watch corn intimacy because you were not taught intimacy. You was taught to pull each other's things down and get it on. There's no connection when you just get it on. No intimacy. I grew up in an era where women of other ethnicities were taught at a particular time if you want to get a man, grab him in certain areas. If you get a woman, grab her in intimacy areas. A lot of you are in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s. Y'all don't even know the real intimacy. And see, when I started dealing with other women, my intimacy level went to a higher level because a lot of so called black women didn't want to be touched, various reasons. Y'all know the reasons. And they have not healed from that situation. And so you got to be very mindful when you deal with a sister when you touch her in certain areas because, a fortunate situation. And if it was to happen to a woman of another ethnicity, that person will be unalive, whether it was a man that did it or a woman that did it. We like to keep these people around. They don't. Now, the other ethnicities, they don't. So that's why it's less intimacy in the so called black community, which is no community. There's no black community. The point I'm trying to say is that's why it's less intimacy, less passion for one another. You just want to get it in. That's it. That you believe that that is what's going to keep your relationship going. No, intimacy is what's going to keep your relationship going. Y'all both have to heal. Both men and women have to heal from their trauma. You have to heal from your trauma. And if you have not healed from your trauma, you should not be dealing with nobody. And that's all to it. Straight up the box. Straight up the box. This is no sugarcoating. This ain't no masquerading. Keep it in the buck, as Ringo would say. Keep it in the honey. It's a lack of intimacy. Like I had to tell guys, hey man, grab your woman on her waist, grab her breasts. Y'all be shaming people that do that in public of other ethnicities be doing that. Y'all be shaming them. Y'all be judging people, man. That's natural, man. When you do that, that's natural. See, y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that, man. You're not ready for that intimacy talk. You're not ready. You used to regular stuff. You ain't used to that elite stuff. And you wonder why a lot of you, hold on a second. A lot of you black women, you will be watching what's the name of that movie? With old white boy, he had the other women and he doing his thing with her. I can't remember the name of the movie, and he had her in handcuffs, and he had her on chains, and he had the whip, and a lot of you so-called black women was watching that movie. Y'all made that movie a lot of money. Now I watched the movie too, just to see what the women, what I'm saying. I forget the name of the movie, man. That dude was that dude was getting it in with that old girl. I forget the name of the freaking movie. Somebody put it in the chat. It was like, yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. There we go. Yep, 50 Shades of Grey. You had a lot of sisters because they're not getting intimacy. They 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 will rather watch a movie of intimacy, and men too will watch a movie of intimacy than actually doing intimacy with the woman they next to. Man, y'all people have shown intimacy, y'all. They have shown it. How y'all yes, how you doing? Okay, so now back to what I was saying. So think about that. A lot of our people was watching 50 Shades of Grey. There's other movies of intimacy movies. How many of you fellas, when you was dealing with a sister, she she's into intimacy movies because she never been intimate with you. You got to pick up what's going on. See, the other women of other ethnicities, they know what they into that intimacy stuff. That's why they are ahead of the system because of the intimacy. Hello. Yeah, got to tell people how to go to certain areas. Anyway, y'all, a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys have not ever been intimate with a woman, and a lot of you ladies have not ever had intimacy. You haven't had your behind slap. You haven't had your breast grab. You haven't had a man be right in back of you, caressing you because of your trauma. You don't mind giving it up to a man, and he hitting it from the back. You don't want that intimacy. Intimacy is what pushes a lot of fear in women because of their past trauma. And men been through trauma too. You know what I'm saying? Men's been through trauma too. They've been, you know, touched in certain areas they're not supposed to be touched as a kid. Girls been through that too. So it's a trauma bond. It's a trauma bond, that a lot of people still have to this day. And that's why you see a lot of false accusations because of the trauma. This is why you gotta ask these ladies these particular questions, guys, before you do something with them. You gotta really know what she been through before you make her your wife or somebody you want to be with. Because man, that could be make a breakup, shake up, all that what brainwave's talking about. You get what I'm saying? A lot of these ladies have not watched their dad and mom had compassion for one another. That's intimacy too, compassion. So we grew up in a society of seeing our people going downward because of past generations, you know? And so let's see what y'all saying. Touching, kissing, all of that. Yeah. And thank you, Forever Studios, for putting out the information. So another thing, y'all, is conversation intimacy. People are afraid to have conversation intimacy. Both parties are afraid to have because see, people will use that against you. If they don't get what they want, then they'll pull it out on the internet. What you say, what you show, and what you man, it's crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you why I know this, y'all. A lot of guys, a lot of you brothers are not getting the intimacy you deserve from the black woman like you claim you are. Only a few. Don't come in my comment section if you getting that from your woman. Don't come in my comment section. I'm talking to the men that don't. And I'm talking to the women that don't get intimacy from the man. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you as Alpha Male Strategy says, oh, you police, Wallow, I know you, if you mention, I get that, that means you ain't getting it. If you have to tell me in the comment section, Rollo, I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? You're not getting it. I'm watching what's going on. A lot of you guys, you're not getting it. Yo, intimacy is it's a rare breed in this 2025. If you say to a woman, let's make intimacy, she gonna laugh. She gonna be like, what? Yo, some women don't even want you to kiss them. Some sisters don't want you to kiss them in the mouth because you don't know where their mouth been at. You don't know where their mouth been at. That's what they telling you. When was the last time you got a sister to kiss you in the mouth? Huh? What do you think? Just because you're getting some, that's not intimacy. That's pleasure. Uh-oh. Intimacy is not pleasure. That's the real connection. It's intimacy. Pleasure is like it happens, it happens, it don't, it don't. And what the Bible says, a man that love pleasure becometh a poor man. The more pleasure you love, the more poor you become. Why do you think the other men of other ethnicities don't care about sex? They talk about sex less. Who talk about sex the most? Uh-oh. 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 But see, y'all don't want to hear that. That's what I'm talking super elite to y'all. I'm not talking regular to y'all no more. I'm not talking regular to y'all no more. I'm talking super elite. The days of me talking regular to y'all is over. And so if that means that people ain't gonna support because I'm talking super elite, then it is what it is. I'm gonna talk super elite. The regular conversations is over, y'all. I'm on some super elite conversation. I could just do members only videos and that's that. You know what I'm saying? Because people, man, they don't want to like the video. They want to play games because I'm telling the truth. They want me to talk. Oh, just no, turn it down a notch, Rollo. No, no, you're not supporting. So why are you gonna tell me to turn it down a notch? You're not hitting my cash app. You're not hitting my super chat. My real supporters need to hear this. All you fake Jay-Z's could kick rocks, man. I'm talking super elite, man. Real talk. So all you dudes that just love pleasure, you're gonna be a poor man. You're gonna struggle for the rest of your life. Men of other ethnicities that just have intimacy, why you think they're on top? They don't care about sex like you do. You talk to other nations of men talking about, yo, man, I done slayed 10 women. You know what they're gonna say? What your bank account looking like? That's how they talk to you. What your bank account looking like, so-called black man? Ooh, you don't want to hear that, right? Now we getting real now. Oh, now a lot of you people I ain't gonna want to hear that. You gonna hear it. When you tell another nation, man, yeah, I slayed 10 women, what your bank account looking like? That's how they really talk to me. See, they know I could take it. But a lot of you so-called black men you can't handle that conversation. You want to go and get your goons. You want to be on ninja mode because he told you the truth. You slayed 10 women, ninja. What your bank account looking like? That's why intimacy rules at the end of the day, fools. They have you guys in pleasure mode. They got you dudes in pleasure mode. They got you so-called black men in black women in pleasure mode. That's why you're in poverty right now. But you won't support this because I'm keeping it real. That's why a lot of you in poverty. I gave you the clue now. You happy? You happy? Let me be the one to tell it. Because I be around more nations than most of you, most of these average people be around. I have those real conversations with them, and they married too. I'm not talking about single men only. These men are married. I have these conversations with them. These Gentile men. They're like, we had a brother, we had a so-called black man there at this event. He's like, yeah, man, I slayed 10 women. We was laughing. And he was like, why you laughing? I said, dude, all that pleasure, what your bank account looking like? What your bank account looking like? He was like, what? And the Gentiles was laughing. They're like, yeah, that's why he's around us. And they told him, they said, if you ever bring that conversation around him and around us, we kicking you out. That's why, yo, man, I love being around these other people, man, because they be telling it like it is, man. They're like, yo, and they wives is just sitting there listening. This is the funny part. They wives like, yep, that's why my husband winning because he give me all the intimacy. And once in the blue, we get it on. And guess what? We're making a lot of money. They say, you see that so-called black man right there? He's smart. He's smart. He gets it. And you know what? You know what they told me? They say you could tell your people the truth and they still won't support you. They won't hit the cash app. They won't hit the super chat. And I say, I know, I know they ain't gonna support this work. But if I lie and talk about getting in and smashing them cheeks, oh, I get support for that. But when you tell the truth to a so-called black man, black woman, ooh wee, what your money looking like? What your bank account looking like? Yo, Anton Daniels is right though. He's right. He like, what your bank account looking like? You got all this stuff going on with these women. What your bank account looking like? Yo, he's on that real elite talk. That's that real elite talk. Hmm. Forever Studio, man. Keystone. I'm on my super elite talk, man. The regular talk is over, man. I'm letting the bag out. You see the woman I was talking to, that was at Tiny TKO event back in 2015, that photo. That's the Rollo of Rollo. I'm talking to them. I'm talking to them, four women at the same time. I was on my super elite at Tiny TKO when she reached 100,000 subscribers. I was on my super elite, man. What? Yo, man, you dudes could get more pleasure than me. I don't care at this point. What your bank account looking like? What your bank account looking like? Because at the end of the day, if your bank account ain't matching your partners, you ain't different than Pookie and Ray Ray. Yeah, I don't care. Dudes get more pleasure from their women than me. I'm looking at my bank account. I want my bank account to go up. I don't want it to be regular no more. I don't want my bank account to look regular no more. Worrying about when I'm going to pay this bill, I'm going to pay that bill. You getting all the pleasure for the woman. Your light bill got to be paid. That mortgage got to be paid. Them car notes got to be paid, huh? You can say I'm evil. Oh, Rollo's with that evil laugh. He's evil. He's with the devil. See, you ain't gonna see no ladies in the chat for this one. You ain't gonna see no ladies in the chat, fellas. They're quiet. They're just watching, like, ooh, he getting on both of us. I can't be in the chat. I'ma just sit in the clouds. Oh, you waiting for somebody to come? Yeah. Yeah, just call them, ask them, call and ask. They don't answer their phone. Wow. Yeah. So I'm telling you, yo, man. All right. So I'm about to close it out in a few minutes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing because the truth of the matter is, man, you guys, man, you love pleasure. You don't want intimacy, and you wonder why you're in the bottom. You wonder why you're in the bottom. The devil told you. The devil taught you pleasure. The devil taught you pleasure. God has taught you intimacy. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know the devil taught you pleasure and that God taught you intimacy? All right now. You wonder why you're in the situation you in, huh? When you have intimacy and then you get it on with your lady, it's a beautiful thing, but you flipped it. All right. All right, take care. You flipped it. That's why you are broke. That's why I had to change my ways. What pleasure got me? Answer the question, fellas. What pleasure got me? My bank account, I could have a lot of women right now. My bank account it's not even where it needs to be at. If I'm telling you the truth, then what you think about you? What your bank account looking like? I'd rather have intimacy with a woman and get it on with her when the time is right than be around you jokers. Be around jokers that they bank account ain't nowhere near where it needs to be. That's why when guys be telling me, "Oh, Rollo, why you don't talk about sex that much?" Now you know why. Intimacy wins. That's why the nations of men keep winning. That's not on that pleasure nonsense. I told y'all, man. Why you think Asia is number one? Why you think these other nations of men gets it? They get the Bible better than you do. They get the Bible better than y'all do. Real talk. It is what it is. All right, you know. So hey, at the end of the day, hold on one second, y'all. All right, we're good to go. So think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. Ooh, intimacy is winning. Intimacy will get you far in life. Pleasure, lusting for the wrong reasons will make you broke and poor and struggle. And Rollo ain't trying to be in that type of time no more. That's why I take my time, I chill till I get my bread correct, till I get money situated like I used to be. And when I do, a lady with intimacy purpose is better than thinking about pleasure every single day. Because what pleasure gonna lead you back to? Poverty. Both parties. It would lead you to poverty. You already know what it is. Uh, the likes is not 7 likes. I'm not. I'm telling you right now. If the lights ain't matching, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut the stream off. You're playing games with me if you want to. I could cut this stream off. If the lights ain't up, if you ain't supporting, it's one thing. But if the lights ain't matching, I'm gonna cut this stream off for real. Now you're playing games. Oh, but we have entities be watching too. Anyway, y'all, look, I'm gonna get on out of here. I pretty much say what I had to say. You know, I'm gonna say one more thing before I go. If you do not work on your intimacy, you will be in a lot of trouble in 2025 and beyond. And that's all I gotta say. Brown royalty to the people. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Let me check something out real quick. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I am back, y'all. So I had to get something real quick. So appreciate the support, Forever Studios. As always, appreciate the support. Shout out to Forever Studios. But guys, as I'm talking about, it's a lady by, so I have to be mindful. Uh, yeah, she came out. She want me to see her, but she's taken though. That's the thing. She's taken. She's taken. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Intimacy is gonna get you far in life. It's gonna get you far in life, fellas. Uh, believe me. But you have to make sure, in all seriousness, you have to make sure you have to ask her certain questions before you do that. I don't want you to do that and you don't know her history because she has to heal. Because remember, hugs and kisses are very low in America. You rarely see somebody hugging and kissing each other. That's considered a crime now for most people in America. So it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm telling y'all, man. Man, it's just amazing how what type of time we are in, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Intimacy will it's not even prevalent. Matter of fact, let me play this clip real quick. Hold on a second. One second. I want y'all I want you to hear what this lady has to say. Oh, hold on a second, y'all. Yes, how you doing? Now, see, the Gentile woman had more experience than the sister. The sister doesn't get it. The sister doesn't get it with the intimacy. Listen, the first one I played was the Gentile lady, and now I'm playing what the sister would say. Listen. Now that's interesting. She say that. Okay, we give her a point for that. We give her a point for that. She's right about that. All right, let's go. There's a reason for that too. We have to be careful what we say to you or what you say to us. There's a thin line when it comes to that. I'm gonna get to that in a second. She's right about that. The last one, she's on point. Okay, she got it. At first, I'm thinking that she's not gonna get it. I'm gonna have to do a shorts on that, and I'm gonna do a shorts on that, and y'all gonna get my reaction to that. Oh yeah, that's gonna definitely be a short. So, so let's go back to the second one. Hold on. Let me get confirmation. Let's go to the second one. Hold on. If you do that in 2025, you better be careful because people will use it against you. You don't know if she coming from the Most High or she coming from Satan. So, intimacy, you got to do be careful what you share with women. A lot of people share certain things with women, and they go right back to the ops. And next thing you know, you get lined up. So, I would say this: the third one she said was on point, the touching and all that. But let me tell you guys something: you cannot be intimate just with any woman. She has to be already intimate, if that makes sense. If you get with a woman or a sister in particular, if she's not showing you intimacy, she's not willing to hold your hands, she's not willing to hug you, she's not willing to kiss you in public or hold your hands in public or let you grab her waist in public or she grab you know what in public, you know, yeah. If that ain't happening, that could be a lot of problems. And with that said, I'm gonna get on out of here. I'll holler at you soon. I'm looking forward to seeing what the people have to say in the comment section. Ron Roy, T to the people, we the business.